before he can get a good head of steam going.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, completion left side to Miller. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And here we go again.
They'll toss to Davis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, D. Tight into the move. Move. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
44. Check. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch the twitch.
From From the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike, 44. Hey. No.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
From the gun, a give to Davis. Now Davis fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Get up! 180! Mike, 27. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 1st down, Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Get up! 180! Hey, get in the weight room.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
That's good. For the Bears, first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run with Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Come to my work.
Here's Trubisky. And this is caught at the 8. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Mike 47. All day, every day, any day.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of intermission? And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check three.
Here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
You're good, you're good. That's four, ready. Smooth. Check, check. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. Check, 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 check.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Breeze to throw again. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Not today.
After the interception, here's Trubisky, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Here we go, 21, 21.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man. Complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got him.
Take 4, take 4. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 33.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
36.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, easy. I got you.
44. A 10th carry for Kamara. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Hey, wahoo. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. I got you.
Now Breeze. Again's got it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Breeze now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down.
61, matchbox, lights.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the screen. Let him. Watch the screen.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Game situation. Let's go. 58 the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. 58, right over there. Right.
breeze now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here I come.
Again, it's Davis. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Trubisky on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Davis. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Breeze, and Cook has it, left side. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
We're good. Right forward, ready.
Check 13.
General West.
13.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
Let go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check 37. Check 37.
12.
Now Breeze. Cook able to escape. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready. 5-8.
Hey, watch the slant.
Set it. See the opposite. Reset.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
0-2, 0-2. Bravo. Here we go. Ready, check.
Breeze going to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Ready.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, kill. Check. Let's go, Ty.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Ready.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field.
Running it, Washington. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Breeze. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Kill. 44. Mike, 44. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Breeze to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And, a cruncher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Check, check. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Check safety, check safety. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Showing it, showing it. Hey, ball.
Now Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Davis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Post it up. 180. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
On 2nd down now. Boom. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
You kill! Tight on. Check. Check, hot. Very good.
He's back to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
At the 7-yard line.
Ready, yellow lady.
44 to Mike. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Ready, yellow lady, yellow lady.
Blue there.
Switch.
Watch it.
To throw is Breeze. It's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 44.
That's not doing.
Now Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Ready, 5-9.
Check. Get ready.
Here, 21.
44 to Mike.
Hey, Delta.
3 butt. 44, Mike.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
44 to Mike. Check. Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, Alpha.
44 to Mike.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Slant.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Trubisky to throw. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We can't be stopped.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
They run with Washington. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Yellow waiting. 58, come on. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
He's coming. We got double up. Shoot.
Hey, kill. Wide. Get wide.
Let it take.
On second down, it's Washington. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Switch up. Check.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. On the give, this is Washington. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
13. 44's Mike. Check. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey, orbit.
What can Breeze do now with his drive? That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
Come on, let's go. Protect.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz from the right hash. This from 48. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for New Orleans, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.